OK
记得祝他们斋月快乐。Ramadan Kareem。
OK。
就是啊，开了，真开了，这个真开了。
Hello everyone, Ramadan Kareem. Nice to see you again. Welcome back. This is the episode 9 of Hikvision MEA open course. Ramadan Kareem. Since last live streaming, it's passed around 16 or 17 days already, and we are really missing of you. Last time we discussed about the access control product, and some of you already raised some questions about attendance, because for the official scenarios, access control is not just only for the controlled accessing, but mainly for the offices, for the on-site requirements. As owner, they wanted to manage the workers, the visitors, the access, and the attendance as well. So this time, we bring the web-based attendance within one-click reach about these basic solutions of a local time attendance. So when we talk about a local time attendance, what do we mainly refer to? The software and the devices. The software, and we are promoting that, we call it Hike Central Access Control. Before the course starts, we wanted to show you about HPP. So please register this event on the HPP and check yourself in. I will show you the demo on the mobile phone. Alright? Okay. I will show you the screen here. So firstly, we go to the home button, as the home button showed here, and find the event. Click on the event, find Hikvision Open Course Episode 9, click on the register, and you will fill in the registration information. Remember, put in your phone number and submit the request. So we can see the more details and continue browsing. Click on the see more details. You'll find you have already registered on these courses. So please make sure you have already registered on the HPP by this event, and then click or scan the QR code to go to the watching. So you click on that, it will jump automatically as what I'm showing now, and you'll be checked in as well. Okay, thank you.
还回去 check in 一下，往后推到主页。
Okay, we find the home page and refresh the page. You will find the course has been registered already. So remember, please scan the QR code and make yourself has been checked in. Scan the QR code and check yourself in. 这样。
这个码是直播这个码，签到的码是 PPT 的。
Okay. Let's open the course. About my slides. This is about the web-based attendance within one-click reach. Here, on the screen, you will find this QR code. After the registration of your event, so here is the QR code. Please open the HPP and scan this QR code to check yourself in. But firstly, we will introduce about HCC attendance. The software is not strange to us.
直播观众看到的是演讲者。
Okay. So HCC attendance. So for this software, what is the main point or the elements to make the attendance? Firstly, we need to have a group of the people. Which kind of the people you want to check and require attendance? Like they shall be our employees. So the information shall be collected and stored in our systems so that we can assign the different success level, we can do the evaluations, we can check their attendance status. For the attendance, we will not require for the visitors. So for employees, we can provide the convenience employee self-registers. Like we open the queue, we assign this QR code to the members and they scan to download applications and complete the registrations, which can reduce the HR's work burden. Just to tell them how to do, fill the informations, upload the pictures, all the informations we need. Then the employees, they can do the self-filling and upload this request. So as the admin, for example, the HR, they can check for the result on the web portal and to check if the information is correct or do we need any more informations, give the approval or do the rejections. Besides, if you have for the ID printing requirement, we can also connect that to your ID card printers. So besides that, besides self-employees, we say we want one people to do the central management for the informations. It's also fine. We can do it by the manually enrollment. Like this live streamings, me and my colleagues, our 3 people. So there's no much numbers and we want to configure all the details like access levels, like intercom informations, like more details. So it's not very much number. We can do the manual adding and check which kind of information we need. Or we say batch import from Excel sheet. Like we have a group of people, we let the different team leader collect your group information and gathering them together. So the main admin can upload its all informations by this Excel sheet only. One click imports all the informations. Or we can do import the informations. For example, we have the devices for this memo and we're using this as a kind of device collect the information. We have some existing information. So what can we do if we already have the device information stored inside devices? So we can do one-click import the information from the device to the laptop. Besides, we can synchronize with the AD, the Active Directory. These methods are all supported by the HCAC. Alright, now we have a group of people. We get the information of our employees. So how to do the management? Always say which informations, what kind of the rules shall we setting? And after setting, what can we do? Can we receive the notice regularly? Can we checking for the attendance list for the absent people only? Or I want to check all the transaction record. So let's have a look. The first, about the attendance roles. We can do the selection for the weekend. We know in the GCC countries, some countries like UAE and I think Iraq region, we will have the working days from the Monday to Friday. But for some region, like Saudi Arabia, you will pick the working days from the Sunday to the Thursday. So choose the weekend setting according to your actual situations. And for the attendance calculation, we will check. Will we require them to give the check-in or the check-out? How can we define the people as late or absent? For example, maybe the tolerance time is for the 10 minutes. So within the 10 minutes, I will not be considered as the late or absent because there will be a buffer time. But maybe after I'm late for a half hour, it will be considered as the late. If I'm late for 3 or 4 hours, it's not the late. It's a too much, so it will be considered as the absent. This is the rules for the setting. And secondly, after the setting, so how can we make a schedule to the person? So what is the component we can do this kind of the setting? The first, we need a timetable. So the timetable defines the working hours for the same day or cross the day. Cross day is also supported. So that means the exact time point from this time to the next time for the hours or the minutes. And then for the shift must include the different timetable. So we firstly make a timetable, and secondly, we make the shift. We can do the normal shift, the flexible shift, even the night shift, the daytime shift is no problem. And the third, for the schedule, now we get a different shift. For example, like the slide showed, where the engineer will assign the normal shift to them, like they are working from the fixed hours from 9 a.m. to the 5 p.m. Or for some people, like a sales position, they will take the flexible shift, like they will be required working how many hours. So that means we do not have the strict rules or the required, like they must come to office before how many what hours, and there's no fixed duration. But we will assign and evaluate their working hours for every day. And for the security guard, they will be working in the night. So the night shift means across the day, from today's evening to the next day morning, like this. We can do the different setting. And for this setting, we can assign by the department. Like some departments, like admin, HR, usually they will take for the normal shift. Or for the different personnel, for example, some personnel, they take the different positions. They need to do the customer visiting, they will take on the traveling. So we will do this special setting. The last one, if some temporary schedules. Excuse me. For the temporary schedule, so this means we are not usually taking for a long time using. It's just for a temporary project or some other schedule. And all of these settings, no matter the normal, the flexible, the night, you can all be visualized and institute schedule under the overview. So this setting, the shift setting, we can cross the day, like the time, the working hours start from tonight and end at the next day morning. It's a support. And for mobile attendance, this is the using for the staff. Firstly, as the previous introductions, they already get their own applications. They can do the monitoring, checking their attendance record. They can open the door by the Bluetooth functions. And also, for the mobile check-in and checkout, for the geofencing functions, require the admin to do a fencing draw on the map. So we can take the fast drawing with the circle area or the predictions drawings, accurately drawing irregular areas. So this is the depends on us how to draw that. And if the user want to search the geographic locations, they need to subscribe the geolocation API, the map functions. This one, we need to do the subscriptions. And as the user, after setting, as for example, now today I'm going to the offices or the different location. I want to take my attendance by my mobile applications. So I can open that and see the real-time location view. It will display the valid geofencing, and I can be required upload some pictures to prove I really come to here and what I've done today. Maybe the pictures of the training, of the customer visiting, and adding some remarks. This is the required. And for employee self, we can, as the employee, we can check our self attendance no matter on the web client or on the mobile client. These things I will show you later on the mobile applications on the practical part. This is the self checking on the mobile phone. Also, on the mobile applications, we can see the attendance summary, the record, and do some applications. Apply for leave, apply for overtime, and some days I just forgot my attendance, but I don't want to be fined. So I want to apply for appeal the applications for the abnormal. So maybe today I just forgot that. So I want to submit the request on time. I found it, I submit it. So the approvers see the situations, will do the decisions whether give the approval or not. And for the static reports, we will find it different multiple reports, daily, monthly, customized report, and it can be set to send it regularly, like weekly, monthly. You can choose receive this reports on every Monday or the beginning of the month to check what's the attendance status of the last month. This part is all about HCC, the software. This time we just talking about the local time attendance. We know Hike Connect, we can also realize the attendance function, but for the HC6, the Hike Connect 6 version, it's a cloud-based solutions. So no matter attendance and some others, the more considerable is about the cloud services that's applied to the different sites across the different city and the different shops, the working locations. But this time, we're just talking about the local time attendance. So only main two parts. The first one, Hike Central Access Control, the HCC software. And the secondly, this product we last time give the introductions about the device attendance. That means we can realize attendance and the route setting on device itself. But the thing is, not all the distribution devices, not all the modules support for this local time attendance. Only the three. So are you familiar or do you know what is the module name for these three? Last time of the open course we mentioned that not all the modules support that. Only these three. So the left one is 320, 321, and 343. So only these devices we can do the attendance on the device. So the feature that is these are all our MIMO products. We can realize the access control and the time attendance on one device together. Can meet the needs of the smaller and medium-sized business. The mainly good thing that is it's no need to configure the network because we said the most highlight part is about on-device attendance. So on-device, it's mostly we can use that in some construction area and some events such as the presidential voting, just a temporary here. So we want to do something, but it's a limited. It has the limitation to give the enough or the stable networking. So we don't need to configure the network. All the management can be completed on the devices as long as we give the power on. So the attendance management, for this, we supporting the face, the fingerprints, the card, etc. As we see, everyone has the cameras here, so supporting for the face. And this region supporting to give the fingerprint configured to as the verification method. And the third, near to here, near to the fingerprint, we will have the detection area for the card recognitions. So we can show the time attendance record during the checking and support two kinds of attendance result display. And on the devices, for the 343 modules, we support manage and edit for the flexible shift. But for 320 and 321, now mainly we will do the configurations is for the normal shift. So the question is, if we configure the no need to configure the network and all the record has been stored on the device itself, so how can we get the result? And how can we know and do the analysis? So the report is supported to export it from the device by the USB or mobile web or PC web directly. Maybe you already use this kind of the product already. So for this two, 320, 321, we can open the AP mode for the devices. So by the AP mode, it's easier, much more easier for us to finish some configurations on the smartphone instead of press this button. But to export the result, we can using the USB, insert on the devices, and then to export the result. So let's take a quick summary back what we have got to know of the day. Two kinds of the local time attendance. The first, we call it as HCC, the software, Hike Central Access Control. And the second, we can do the on-device time attendance. Hike Connect 6 is also supported. It's also supported attendance, but that is for the cloud solutions. Now, today we're just talking about for the local time attendance. Now that is for the demonstration part. I'm going to show you some basic operation about how to use Hikvision access control. Firstly, we log into this web page. This is as similar like access control, the same. All right, so let's think about what had we just discussed about. The first one is Hikvision access control, and the second is about 这头这屏。
这是扩展屏，您的主屏没过来。这对了。
Okay, sounds great. What we have talked before. The first, we need to have the person. We need to know which people or which group of people we want to manage them and check their attendance status. So firstly, about the person, as we said, we can edit them like manually. Click on the add and fill in the informations to making the details one by one. Or we can do the import from Excel sheet, download that, and from domain group, and import people from the devices. So that's we do a test from the devices, as we say. Sometimes we have already existing information on these devices already. We want to import the information that I collected on the device to my software directly. So we just click on import person information from the devices, and under the list, find which one we needed. So select on that and click on import. Waiting for a few times so we can see import or succeed. So this is the information we have collected on the memo product. Now we get a group of people. Besides, we can also import, if we import information by the Excel sheet, we just adding for their informations like words informations by the Excel sheet. But about the pictures, it can also be uploaded by batch. So these two usually working together. And besides, we get the informations, we can import, and also we can export. So if we change to another devices, or with HTC change another server, we can do this deployment. And if we want to print the card, for example, Mr. Carrier wants to print the card for him, so we can do the selection here, do the setting, like adjust the department, change the effective period, and print the card. Connect his information and choose the different template. Yeah, change the different template, connect the card printers so we can start the printing. This is about the person. Now we get these persons and we can go to the attendance. Find attendance on the left side. We can find the different menu, the details. The first is about attendance group. Attendance group, usually for time attendance, we apply to the whole companies. Like the person, we already get them and we already divided them into different departments. Maybe training department, and maybe we can add in other like sales department. We can add for the finance, we can add for the admin department. So for different departments, we already get that. So why we still have attendance group here? We can apply the rules to the department by all departments. The global means for all departments. So the group rules, that means this group, if you used for the access control, so you maybe think about the similar things. So this means the people consist of these groups, they come from the different departments. So maybe they just are coming together for one programs, for one project together. So we getting them together, but they're from the different team, from the different branch. So this is the group. We can click on that and give a names and do the selections from the different people, departments. choose the different people and click on the add. This is we create for the XX project teams. And secondly, about the setting. Attendance rule setting. Is the rule setting easier understanding or not? So this is the first concern about the admin or the user who use for the systems, because they want the menu not be so complicated. We want to have a wizard, we want to set it, just follow the wizard. So we can realize by this software. For example, the global rules. We can see configure attendance rules including blah blah. All this information, these rules applicable for all departments on the platforms. So the global, that means this rule setting at the global can be applied to all departments on the platforms. For example, we choose the weekend, we choose the attendance, like calculated by the first or last time, or each check-in, check-out. So we just calculate it and adding these intervals together. Advanced setting and attendance during the holiday, how to consider that. And for the overtime, do we need to consider the overtimes and how can we consider overtimes? Doing the calculations. And besides, we can customize the authentication method. By default, this is if we enable this, only authentications by checked authentication type will be calculated. Like when we check, it will be calculated or considered as authentication method. If it's turned off, so that means by default, all of this authentication method will be considered. This is the rules. Like you want to set the weekends and the exact calculation rules, the overtimes, how to do in these rules, find this menu, attendance rules. And well, now we have the rules. So how can we manage this group of people? Like we just see three elements. The first, we need one timetable. Like the schedule, like in my working schedule, is consists of the shift. I have the different time shift. Maybe this month I take normal shift. Next month I take for the business travel. So I need one flexible shift. So the schedule consists of the shift, and each shift has its own timetable. So about shift setting, like we could find, setting the timetable, create the new one, and define what is the working hours, and give the different color. The different color using that is if we put it on the overview page on the calendar, we just distinguish the different color. We can at one click, one look, we can get to know what is the result. This is the timetable. And the shift, we can add in the shift given names. So we could find here, if we need to set a shift, we must choose one kind of the timetables, no matter which one, according to the time period you're setting. So create the shift, we need to create a timetable firstly, and just apply the timetable in the different day, like your work days, like Monday, Tuesday during your work days, and whether we need to consider attendance during the holiday. So this is about the shift setting. Schedule consists of the shift, different kind of the shift. And when we set the shift, we need a timetable. So timetable and the shift setting are all under the shift setting menu. Schedule. Suppose now we get the shift already. Let's see an existing one. I get a shift because apply the normal shift timetable as here. So this is the shift. I get one already. And find the schedule. We can set department schedule, apply to the different departments, like some departments working as the daytime, some departments like security guard, they're working as the nighttime. So different departments, we can give the different time schedule. Or group. Add in the group, add person to the group and assign schedule to the group separately. Like this attendance group we created already. We can add a schedule. Click on that, we will find the group we selected, created is already here. Or setting for the separate person. For the all departments, we'll find existing people or the training departments, find. We take it already. We assign Vera to shift 1 already. Or we can give the temporary schedule. The temporary schedules, here, we can click on the edit. So the edit, we can choose. This is the temporary. I give this shift, that means for the temporary, the timetable. So on the calendars, if we choose for the temporary, we can put it just a one click. So anywhere you want to put it. So it is so flexible and more easier for you to operation. And if you don't want that, so we can click on clear the shift, clear this information, or restore to the initial schedule. So click on the finish, so the results will be saved here. And on the overtime over table, the schedule overview, we can click on the person separately and check for at this employees. So what is the time schedule, so that we can know the people whether she's on the business travel or he's working or on the leave, or things will be easily to monitoring. Besides setting of the schedule, the approve the management. As for some SMB offices, we are asking for the leave. Yeah, mostly we're asking for the leave. So using this software, we can play the role as a kind of the smaller OA, like create the flow. Adding the different role. As the applicant, my request will be reviewed and checked and be approved by some people. So we give the definition, which kind of the people will give this approval or review my request. Maybe the line manager, the department manager, and finally the HR team need to know about that. So the name of the teams we can add and edit it flexibly according to actual demand and create the flow. We can delete all and the checking. What can approval flow be used for? The applicant submitted a request, for example, adding one department flow. So like this is for the approval flow. Test. Content will be including maybe leave, maybe attendance, correction, check-in and check-out, or overtimes, or the mobile applications. We can select it all. Now we might take a test. So I choose the leave. Alright, add any department. I choose for the training department, click on the add. This is the member come from this training department. Then we click on the reviewer who need to do review. So we can choose the department for approvals. So the first line, we choose the line manager, give the approval, and maybe we can make the copy of the department manager and add. So then we can adding for the department, choose the department manager from the open department and add again. And then the last one, okay, we can find departments for the approval. We choose the HR and add that. So this is when we finish on that, we will find this approval test is applied to the training department, like the members for Vera come from the training department, submitted a request, then the line manager will be reviewed. So meanwhile, the department manager will be noticed. The second approver will go to the department manager, and the last going to the reviewer for the HR. So this is we can setting the flow as the rules setting. And when we do the settings, so the approvers, the rules will receive the request from for the leave, for the check-in, check-out, for the overtime, for the mobile attendance. So once the team members submit the request, so the existing information will be shown here. We will check the details and maybe the picture, the remarks about the explanations, so we can give the approval or give the reject. This is the using as a flow. So attendance calculations. Usually we can choose for auto calculations, recalculated the historic data. If we check it down, and every day we will refresh the data at 4 o'clock. Or you want to check, like I want to check the report now. I want to make sure now, at the moment, the data is fresh and it's the latest information, so we can do the manual calculations, choose the time period and the target numbers calculated for all the people, and the members selected on will be influenced for their calculation times. So now we know for the attendance, we have a group of the people. We can do the setting apply to this group of the people, to the individual, to the department, or this. And meanwhile, the software can be used as a simple OA. The people they want to apply for the leave, for the attendance corrections, for the overtimes, they can all be done on the platforms. Besides, we can recalculate the result. Recalculate the result for what? For the record. So for this record, we will find the different reports like daily, weekly, monthly, summary, customized report. So these multiple report choices, you can click on that and check. So the details will be shown here. Total time card and overtimes, the delayed, leave. So it has the specific functions. And or if you think too much information, or we think I just want a simple, brief, clear report. I just want to know the department name and the result. That's it. So we still can using this custom report. Click here. Like you can choose the column you want to show, you want to display in the report, like the names, date, late date, absent date. Okay, I just selected the for information and click on that. I call this name is simple. Yeah, the late absent. Yeah. So this is the one we can add for this. Add one template, the simple, what we want. And the last one about some basic configurations. We can configure for the pay code, for the fixed code, the different leave rules, adding the leave, choose the leave's name, give the definition by yourself, set the holiday, adding the holiday regularly, irregular, report setting. These report settings, we click on the add, create the report. So this function is the mostly caring about the management for the companies. Some customers are also asking for the Hike Connect, whether we have the similar function or not. At present, for the Hike Connect, this regularly sending the report function is under developing, but HCC, we already have it. So we can create the report, give the name, the report type, choose it, and the language. Select the department that you want to know, or just select it all. You can choose the time setting, like sending from the previous day, or the how long times, the effective period. To create the report, do this report setting, do this scheduled report setting, and send by email, or like a different time of the format. This is the depends on you, depends on your demand. Mobile setting, like we talking about the geofencing functions. We enable and buy, purchase, subscribe the services for the DGIS, so we can do this. And storage setting, this is for the local tenants. So on the mobile client, if we see here, this is the employees, what I'm using. So this is my home page. On this page, I will check the check-in record of the day. So if I have this geofencing to define the area, so we can click on the checkout, check-in or checkout. So if I'm in the valid regions, so this check-in checkout function will be available, will be located to my location automatically. Now I'm in our office is Uptown Tower. So by default, we can take a picture as a proof. For example, today I'm delivering for this open course. We get picture and click on the check-in checkout, uploading the information. So submitted application will become valid after it's approved. So we can click on the OK. On the meanwhile, on this page, we can check for the attendance details, like how many days we take the normal, how many days we take the absent, So this is just for test only. And my calendars, which day is the normal or the abnormal date. If we want to apply for the attendance corrections, we click on this ad and choose here. We could find apply curate the request for leave or time attendance or the overtimes. This is the error handling and this is the end result. We could check for the histories. This is about attendance. For myself, this is my employee numbers and I can change the password here and do the setting. Enable the notifications and the Face ID authentications. So this is as the mobile client. Like people can easily know this month is how many times is the normal attendance, how many days is the abnormal. We can apply the request, we can apply for the leave. It's very easily. And after we submitted the request, so that as the backstage here, because that is not I'm not the admin account, but the admin account now, they should receive these applications. Under their page, they will see my applications appear here. So this is about attendance for both admin role and the employee roles. This is the basic introduction about the HCC operations on the software. We are in a person, we take the evaluations and the attendance considerations. So this is the result. And may I know, now we can going back to the slides and for the QR sessions, if you have any questions about this local time attendance, no matter about the HCC or the on-device attendance for 320, 321, 343. So you can type down the questions and our team and me, we will check the checkbox and get back to you.
现在还没有问题。
Okay. We can give some few minutes. You can consider like if you are already used for this attendance report. If the attendance functions, have we ever met configurations, issues, or we have already the report issues, the setting, relevant, these things you wanted to know, we can check. Or you can leave a message to us as well. Actually, for this, local time attendance solutions is easier. Just for me, considered is the difficulty maybe on the attendance rules configurations, like especially for the check-in and check-out, how to define the time period, how to think about the buffer times, and as the normal delay or late or the absent. So if you have relevant related programs or even your company for yourself own, so you can do the settings or just like me, take a group of the people of my employees, so we can do these settings and configure together. About later the quiz. So about the quiz, we can take a quick review. So these questions may be included by the quiz. Like the devices, we are talking about the local time attendance. We will have the HCC, like central access control and on-device time attendance. The Hike Connect, it has the attendance functions, but it's the cloud-based software. So we will not call it as the local attendance. Yeah, what questions can we ask about? The questions we ask about is about this topic, attendance. Can this platform be integrated with third-party database in they need? Yeah, for the Mahmoud, I think your question is about for the software, can we do the integration with some payroll software? Is that your questions? Yeah, we can do this kind of the integrations, but we need the customizations. Some customer they are using this is consider they can if we can do the make the connection, let our result be a kind of the approve or to get the results and reflect in the payroll system automatically. Can we send me for this data sheet? Data sheet of the software for the HCC you're asking? Yes, data sheet for the latest version is 2.2. Before is 2.1.1. So latest few days ago we released for the 2.2 versions. I can send data sheet to you. So please type down your email address. After this live streaming, I will send to you. Thank you. Hikvision video surveillance app can be used in the third-party apps. Video surveillance app used in the third-party apps. Sorry, I didn't get you. Two apps be used together. So what is the scenario? Like these two apps to work together. For the payroll, the CRM, yes, for this payroll we can do the integrations, but we need the special customizations. Mr. Nawaz, yes, you're asking about the video surveillance app can be used in the third-party apps. So does video surveillance app be used in the third-party apps? You mean these two software working together? Okay, for this part, maybe we can discuss later as well. So because I'm not very sure my understanding is right about the third-party apps, which kind of the third-party apps. So we can type down and leave my email address as well, so we can communicate separately. Thank you for allowing Hikvision. Thank you. Okay, we can take a quick review about the attendance. So Mr. Nawaz, about your questions, can our video surveillance app be integrated with the third-party apps? So with the third-party applications, which kind of the applications? So please leave this message to us, or you can contact me privately. We will leave down my email address so we can check it later. Okay, for the attendance, we take a quick review. The first thing is the HCC and on-device time attendance. And meanwhile, the employee, they can check for the self-register. And for attendance rules, it's easy for the configurations. Apply to the different department, different person, even it can across the day. For the geofencing, people can do the self-attendance, mobile attendance on the valid geofencing, and checking their results by the self-services on the web client and the mobile client. And the multiple reports can be selected. If you want to customize your own reports, it's also no problem. On-device time attendance, not all the modules support that. Only these three, the listed module, like 320, 321, 343, this listed one. Not all distributions supported for these functions. All right, this is all the content about this part, and also win the answer the quiz and win the prize. So now let me transfer the part to my colleague, Mr. Kiwi. Thank you.
Hello guys. Now we're coming to the most interesting and most welcome favorite part, the quiz with prize. We will enter a game, a small game. All questions are related to the topic today, and then there will be one top winner, 2 second prize, and 3 third prize. And for the first prize, you will get 15,000 HPP points as reward. For second prize, you will get 12,000 points. For third prize, you will get 10,000 points. But of course, that's on the basis that you have registered the Hike Partner Pro application. Now, Guys, we can just scan the code. Scan the code on the screen, and then you can enter the waiting room. When there's 20 people in the waiting room, I will start the quiz. So please, let's scan the code in the screen, and well, we are waiting for you to join us in this interesting quiz prize. I can see from the backstage that we have around 50 people in the live streaming room. So I can see already the first audience have entered the waiting room. Now, guys, just scan the QR code. Yes. Scan the QR code on the screen. When there's 20 people, I will start the quiz. Okay, we have 7 people now. 8, 10. Very good. 11. Just waiting. We need 8 more players. And then we will start the quiz. By the way, the first question of the quiz is, what is your HPP ID? That one is very important. You need to open your Hike Partner Pro application and then go to, from the home page, go to MEA. The icon is in the bottom right, and then you will see your HPP ID. It's like your user ID. You have to fill your Hike ID correctly, otherwise we cannot send you the points. Okay, we have already 19 people. Just waiting for one more player, and we will start the quiz. Come on. Okay, we have 21 people. Very good. I will share the link to the quiz in the chat box, and then you can enter later. For now, I will just start the quiz. We already have 23 people. Okay, so guys, are you ready? Let's go. I see Ayman's name again, and Mustafa Muhammad. These are our old friends from episode 3, I think, and also there's Bashtar. Now, Ahmed Ali is doing very quickly. Also, Ayman and Sif. Ayman's on the lead now, but Sif's correct for all the 3 questions. Oh, you're doing the quiz very quickly, unlike the last episode. Okay, I can see the competition is very fierce. For now, Osman Simsek is in the lead, followed by Ayman, and then there's Osman Jonas. Okay, it's a very, very, very fierce competition. Osman has taken the first place again, followed by Jonas and Ahmed and Sif, Muhammad, our friend from Turkey. Okay, So Osman Jonas has finished the quiz. Also, Osman seems sick, but they were overcome by Muhammad, Ahmad, Danyar, and Peshkot. So surprisingly, Danyar Nouri and Peshkot has been correct for all the questions. That is amazing. Okay, so the competition is very fierce, but some of our friends is doing very slowly. I'm afraid we cannot wait till you all finish the quiz. Abdullah Ahmed is chasing, and then Petty One is also chasing. Okay, we will count down for 10 seconds and then end the quiz. So, guys, hurry up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And finish. Okay, thank you for participating in the quiz. And it looks like we already have the winner. Congratulations. Peshkot, Danyar, Fazi, Osman Yonas, Muhammad Akin, and Ahmed Ali Bek. Your points will be sent to you if you filled your hike ID correctly today or tomorrow. Thank you. Now I give the mic back to Miss Farah.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you for choosing the quiz, and we hopefully deposit these credits into your HPP account soon. And this is the end for the episode 9, and thank you very much for the attendance. See you next time, and the next session topic is about the video intercom. The introduction about the Hikvision video intercom, the product system was well with hot selling module, and besides, for the demo part, we will show you about the IP intercom product. See you next time. Thank you.